Hello, my name is Chris Young, and welcome to the UYC Show. Urban Youth Collaborative is a nonprofit 501c3 based in San Diego. Our mission is to support student-led Christian clubs on school campuses and connect local churches to those clubs. This is a weekly show to tell the story of all God has done through us, to encourage you, the listener, and help explain how this can be done wherever you are. Today we have Jason Crawley, Director of Spring Valley and El Cajon for UYC, and a youth pastor at New Seasons Church. How you doing, Jason?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me on again.
I'm glad you can make it. So let's get started. What is your position with UYC, and what does that all mean?
So as an area director of Spring Valley and El Cajon, my sole purpose is to grab different youth pastors and youth leaders or church leaders, even sometimes senior pastors, to come alongside the Bible clubs that already exist on public school campuses, or maybe even finding some students in those campuses that don't have Bible clubs and getting them started, and then coming alongside of them and supporting them, and basically providing pastoral support to those leaders.
Nice. How did you get first involved with UIC?
So when I first moved to San Diego about 4 years ago, I started going to New Seasons Church, and I knew that I wanted to be a part of the youth ministry. I knew I was coming to potentially to get involved in the youth ministry and be the youth pastor. That was what my desire was. And so as I started working with the youth a little bit at our church, I was introduced to a local East County youth workers networking meeting where I got connected with a couple people, and actually, Chris, you were there. Mm-hmm. And then one of our local high schools that are not even a mile away from our church, Mount Miguel High School, was one of the schools that we wanted to get involved with. And so we went to Mount Miguel, and again, you were there, Chris. So we were able to connect that way. And I've been serving at Mount Miguel as one of our main campuses that our church personally supports.
Nice. What other schools are you at besides Mount Miguel?
So we're at Bancroft Elementary School, which is directly across the street from our church. La Presa, it's called STEAM at La Presa now. That's in Spring Valley. We serve Mount Miguel, El Cajon Valley High School. We're looking at getting on Bell's campus and doing a little bit of work, trying to get back into Monte Vista High School as well. So that's another school. They have a club going, but just getting back over and helping and seeing however I can serve.
Yep. And Steel Canyon too, right?
Steel Canyon as well, yes.
Yep.
So we've got a great partnership there with that school and the leaders there as well.
Nice. What are some stories you could share from those clubs?
Man, when I seen this question, the one story that always comes to mind was my first story, and it was at Mount Miguel, and the youth that were coming, or the students that were coming to the club, were this one kid's friends. So his name was Daniel Constantino, and it's a story that's dear to my heart because I came alongside him and started supporting him, and to see a young man that was so excited about teaching the Bible and seeing his friends hear about Jesus, really made me excited to see what this kid had in store. So long story short, this kid goes and invites his friends, and they come. The club grew from about 7 or 8 people to 20 kids. And there were times that we had standing room only in some of those classrooms. And so fast forwarding now, this young man graduated and started serving at our church, which is one of our goals with UIC, is to get kids from the school to the actual church and create that pipeline and be the conduit to do it. So Daniel has now became one of our ministers at our church, serving with our youth ministry, also serving our Arabic youth in El Cajon. And he's been an awesome story. I've been a part of every milestone in his life since. So it's become not only a mentorship, if you will, but also doing life with this young man and being the best man at his wedding. So It's been really cool. So that's one story that I have.
Yeah. You got any more?
Sure. So another one that came from Mount Miguel as well is at our church, we do a purity series at our church called True Love Waits, and through the Bible club there on campus, I was able to share with them what we were going through at our church, and we had about 3 girls from the Bible club actually join us at our youth group for, I believe it was 6 consecutive weeks that they came, got through the material, and then participated in our True Love Waits ceremony, where they actually get a ring and they make vows to God and to the congregation that they're going to save themselves until marriage. So that was something that was really dear to my heart. One more story.
Yeah, go for it.
I have with Mount Miguel. If you can't tell, we've created a great relationship there with them. Is they asked us to do their baccalaureate service, and so we were able to bring some of the students over from the high school and actually put on a baccalaureate service and give them certificates and everything with our church. And then the previous principal they had prior to Mr. Gayer that's there now, she actually came, joined our church, and spoke at Education Sunday, something that we do every year. So Mount Miguel has been a huge mission field for our church, serving the football teams, basketball teams as well. And Bancroft now across the street is going to be another one of those schools that we're going to be able to love on. We love on our teachers every year with giving them packages at the beginning of the year. So now having a Bible club there on their campus has been great, and is growing really fast to see these young people at an elementary school that want to hear about God and that are bringing their troubles to the club, and we're having real talk, and that's what we named the club.
That's good. Can you talk about that time we brought that San Diego Charger player out to Granite Hills?
Oh, nice. Yes. So Sei Ajir Tutu was playing at San Diego for the San Diego Chargers before they left. And we actually played together in college at Fresno State. And so when he got out here, I thought it would have been a really cool idea to bring him to one of the campuses. So we got some of the student leaders together, and they created some cool posters last minute, and we were able to pack out the gym and have Sei come and speak about his story and what it is to be an NFL player and still trying to follow God all at the same time. And we were able to take him to Granite Hills, and then he hopped in his car and we ran over to Mount Miguel as well. And we were able to speak to a few students that were there in the quad. So that was a really cool time.
Nice. Those are some good stories. How can someone get involved in your area?
Call me. My number is 6. No. So one way is you can go to the website, our website, UYC.org, and fill out some information there of your interest in wanting to be a part of the team, and let us know what area you want to be a part of. I'm also around a lot at a couple different schools, so that would be another way to just reach out. Even commenting on these podcasts, they can do that as well, and letting us know that you're interested in possibly being a part of it, part of the Spring Valley or El Cajon campuses that we're a part of. Or maybe you know of a school that doesn't have a Bible club, and you know some students that would like to start one, and we'd love to provide some support with them. I can give you my number if you would like to have that. It's 619-654-5748. Shoot me a text. Don't be weird. I do have a wife and kids, so I don't take calls super late. But yeah, so those are a couple different ways you can reach us.
Nice. What are a few things you've learned as a part of UYC?
Oh, man. Coming from a background of churches that didn't really collaborate with people that didn't have the same skin color or have MBC in their name, I've learned so much that there's so many different parts of the body that all work together. And as we're working in the lane that God has given us, it all works together so well. There's so many different people, so many different churches that are able to provide different resources, provide different speakers, provide different monetary donations, provide just support for the kids, and being a constant in their lives. That those have been huge. The number one thing, though, is knowing the necessity for campus ministry. We know that fish swim in schools,
yep.
like Dr. Nate Landis says. So fish swim in schools, and we got to go to where they're at. And being at a church now that fully supports campus ministry, my pastor, Bishop A.B. Vines, has told me that he wants me to spend the majority of my hours in these campuses, building relationships with kids, spending time with them, going to their games, providing support to them throughout life. And then, and only then, is when we are actually gain access into their lives and gain the opportunity to be heard by them. So learning that campus ministry is like a necessity. It's imperative to any church ministry, in my opinion, is what I've learned.
Nice. You have any final thoughts before we go?
Love kids where they're at. Love them where they're at. The kids are, they want to know how much you care about them before you start shoving church down their throat or inviting them to a church event. They want to know how much you care. So I tell people all the time that your presence is paramount with people. So if you're able to be around kids on a regular basis and let them see that you care about them, then you gain that access to speak into their lives.
Amen. The book that Jason just mentioned is out, so we hope you go get it. You can get it on Amazon. It's called God Wants His Kids Back. That is Dr. Nate's book that he just released. You can get it from us if you want. You can email us or call us. For Jason, I'm Chris, and thank you for listening to the UYC Show. This will be the last episode of the year. We hope you have a great Christmas and New Year, and we'll see you in 2019. Visit our website at uyc.org. That's the letter U for urban, Y for youth, and C for collaborative.org. And please consider making a monthly donation on our secure site so that we can expand the work that God has called us to. If you have any questions, email us at podcast@uyc.org. God bless you and have a great day.